And welcome to day 48 of 90 Days of Numbers, and today we're looking at these grades here and we're trying to get an average. Now obviously they're letter grades, so it becomes what could be slightly harder because a lot of what Numbers does is works on numbers until you know a bit about numbers, and basically that is that letters have codes associated with them, and as you can see here now, the American Standard Code for Information Interchange shows us that each of the numbers has a different code or level with it. So if you type in code, you can find out the code of letter, and if you type in CHAR, you can then go back and convert a number to a letter. So this can be really useful for us because what we can do is add up the numbers associated with the letters and then get an average, and then it will convert it back to a letter grade. So although we've got all these letter grades, they actually associate with a number, and therefore we can give it a grade at the end. So the formula we're going to type in is that CHAR because we're trying to get it back to a letter eventually. We're going to round it because we want to round up to 0 decimal places in the end, and we want an average. So now we're going to have to use that code session again because we want to get the code for those numbers. So we're going to type in code, and then we're going to click the cell where the letter is so we know which one we want to make it a code. We're going to then close the brackets after that because that's what we want. We want the code for that letter, and we go through all the letters that we want to average out. So as you can see here, I type in code, then the cell, click the cell, and then close the bracket. Write code, click the cell, close the bracket, and then at the end the only thing we're going to do is close both the brackets, but the round still wants to know what amount we want to round it up to, and we don't want to round it up to any decimal places, so we want no decimal places. What happens when we press enter is we now have an average grade that's been entered in, and if I change the grades eventually, depending on the value, it will change the final grade average as well. So it'll average out our grades for us. So this is all worked out on those numbers that are associated through that table. And this table goes across Excel, it goes across numbers. So this is something inbuilt into numbers. You don't need to change anything. You don't need to add this information in the table. This is inbuilt into numbers. Worth noting that if you have a blank space at the moment, it won't give you a grade.